So, welcome back to the Light Institute. It's your boy, K.Sloan, K.Sloan, Coach Sloan, whatever you want to call me. But got a couple words from some of our sponsors. We got I Train You, the Athletic Training University. Is it in you? Then we also have Connected Communities for Growth, 4G, where we're doing great things in the community. And then we also have shout out to 254, the High Sports Podcast, where we bringing y'all great content week after week. And here today, we are sitting down with some Killeen Kangaroos, right? And they're gonna come and give us some, go Roos, baby, go Roos. So I'm a knight myself, so you know what I'm saying. I love Killeen though, but you know, yeah.
Hey, we're all family.
And we all family. We all family here. And all these gentlemen are gonna introduce themselves, but this is the Light Institute where we want to be able to bring together leaders in the community to be able to provide seeds for growth, especially within this athletic community that we are in. We have a lot of great kids doing great things in the area. We want to highlight them. And we have a couple of these athletes and their coach here with us, and they'll all introduce themselves. So we'll take it around this way, all the way around this way, introduce ourselves, and then we'll get into it.
I'm K.Sloan, and I play running back at Killeen High School. Roger Mormon, starting quarterback.
I'm Coach R.L. Roberts. I'm the office coordinator.
I'm Aaron Brownwell, all-around athlete. My dad, Clark Thompson, my receiver.
Nice. So we had everybody introduce themselves, and we can get right into it. So when talking about, where you guys are at, kind of how things have gone, let's talk a little bit about spring ball, right? So you guys put in some good work. Could y'all let us know, how did that go experience-wise? What was the mindset for taking it from spring ball now going into summer? Just kind of give us a feeling as an athlete on what it's like and where we're going as Killeen Kangaroos. Spring ball.
I feel like we gonna be something nice. We going somewhere. Our momentum going into root camp is gonna be up there.
It's gonna be up there.
And Barnwell's being kind of coy about it. Barnwell's one of those physical guys I've ever seen in spring football. We got to constantly remind him we on the same team, baby.
Right.
And that's a good thing. We want to see that out of him.
Right.
And I've been in a lot of places. I've been all the way from Longview High School to Lubbock, Monterey. And this is one of the most physical teams I've ever seen in the spring.
Mm-hmm.
If we carry that into the summer and carry that into the season, Barnwell said it perfectly. Good things are going to happen.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And kind of speaking to that a little bit, was it a lot of those aggressive, type of physical contact vibes at spring ball? Was it you guys really getting after it? Is that a lot of competition?
Well, I won't tell you. I'm going to drop this over to Connor the other day.
Right.
He gets popped as he's coming in on a heck of a seam ball.
Yeah.
He gets popped, and it's not just in the scrimmage the other day, the week before, or a couple days before the scrimmage. Same thing happens. And we've got guys coming downhill making those plays, but it kind of wakes up those who aren't ready.
Yep.
And then when Rod makes a heck of a read, pull, and pitch, we ended up waking up and getting into the end zone that day. And it kind of all ties together. But without that physical nature that Barnwell and the rest of the defense brings, it doesn't truly get us ready until we play somebody like that. And it wakes us up.
That's very true. So then, okay, boom. So transition over to the offensive side of the ball. You guys, right? You guys got more of the plays. You guys got to learn the playbook, be able to be a little more cerebral at times. You want to be physical, but you got to be patient, right? Especially being a quarterback, being a running back. Can y'all speak to that? Kind of how's that been over y'all's development as young men in the program?
Right.
So, like you said, playing the two positions that we play, it takes a lot of patience.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with a new offensive coordinator. We came off from learning an old playbook to a new playbook. And don't get me wrong, I'm liking it, but it's going to take time.
It's going to take time.
And we clicking right now. So just imagine when all of us click same page, same chapter of the story. It's going to be different.
They're being pretty mild about it. They do some special things, and that's what makes it click. These kids, they're a family. This community supports football, wants to be good. I think if everybody in Killeen, as long as we ain't playing anybody in Killeen, wins, I think that'd be a heck of a day in Killeen.
Right.
And for the whole community. Well, it doesn't always happen like that. Most of the time we're playing each other and we go from there. But these kids, the kids are what's making it click, and the way they're gelling together.
Absolutely. And I'm thinking about what you're saying about the support with the city, right? Have you guys heard about the special that they just created for you guys? Killeen
the 1991 state championship team. Have you ever heard about that?
The special they just created.
I know.
I haven't heard about it.
We're interested now.
Yeah. Check it out. Check it out. This, pretty much based around what happened at Luby's back in 1991. There was a shooting that happened that same year. Killeen High won a state championship. So it got a lot of rich history behind Killeen. Y'all one of the most historic schools here. So the city needs you guys to be good and do well. So it's really powerful to have you guys here and kind of letting everybody know what's going on at Killeen High. So then boom. Let's transition, right? I want to take it into the mindset. And I want to hear from a couple of y'all, like, the mindset of the athlete, right? We got 1st and 10, right? Give me our situation football. 1st and 10 coming out of halftime. We down 3 touchdowns. 1st and 10, what's your mindset as a receiver, as a linebacker, as a running back, as a quarterback? What's your mindset? Give us a little bit of insight into the mindset of an athlete in that situation coming out of halftime. You down a little bit. We on the field. What's your mindset? How are we going to attack this play?
You gotta start fast. Go run somebody over, set the tone for the rest of the half. Get y'all the guys going, rallying everybody up. Just come back.
Yeah. My mindset as a leader of the team is that we don't go win this game. We gonna win this game. No matter what.
No matter what.
And I think on both sides of these guys, they have adversity is not something that they shy away from. It's something that we anticipate, and when adversity strikes, we're ready for it. And putting us in situations like that just proves how great of a young man and how many great young men we have on our team. That's something that bring it on.
Yeah.
Because you might shut us down for 7 in this quarter, but we might put 35 up next quarter.
There you go. And kind of, you was gonna speak to that real quick.
Oh yeah, I feel like what K said, we gotta play fast because if we down 3, we gotta go crazy. We gotta pass the ball, run the ball. We gotta just speed up every time.
Right.
With these kind of kids, we ain't never out of it until it is 0-0-0. And if we're still in it, and they want to go past that, then we will go past that as well.
That's right. And then you know what? So I like the way that kind of went, because you guys talking about the adversity, being able to go out, start fast, like we taking this serious, like we are trying to go and win this game. So let's kind of switch that over to the classroom, right? So we are student athletes, students first. So it's very important for us to be able to have that same competitive edge in the classroom as well. So if you guys are having struggles in the classroom, right, maybe it's yourself or maybe your teammate, how do you go about kind of taking yourself out of that, 60 range to get into that 70 B range where we need to be for UIL? Or maybe if you got a teammate that's slacking in class, like how do you as a quarterback, maybe being the leader, be like, hey man, like, I know you need help, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you a little extra tutoring or whatever that looks like. I don't know. What do you guys do to take that competitive edge to the classroom? How do you guys do that?
As a student athlete, I think as a school day being like a game day, and I want to win that day. I really. So,
okay, I like that. A game day. So every school day is a game day.
I want to win and be successful. Have a successful day.
Okay,
Sure.
I like that.
And that's what we preach the same with all of our kids. And that kind of attitude is what we're looking for. We're trying to win in the hallways. We're trying to win in the classrooms. And we just got done taking state tests, guys. And we treat that as a state championship.
Yeah.
And that's how we feel when it comes to our academics. If we're going to promote these kids and show how good they are, they've got to take things like that serious, or the football side doesn't matter.
Right. Absolutely. And then any of you guys want to speak to that a little bit, like, as students?
I say, like, I'll give perspective. Like, say, like, I'm failing like some class, right? For me, I'll take a step back and take a breather. Say, I got this. I'm going to win this. Just like in the game, like you say, like we go down, we're going to take a step back and take a breather, tell the team we're going to do okay. We're going to win every day.
I like that.
It's like really having a bad day at practice. You don't want to put extra work in.
Right.
So you got a bad grade in the classroom. You're going to put the extra work in, go to tutoring, do work at home, just do whatever you can, get your grade up.
Right.
And like as a quarterback, you get to see layout of everything. You get to see like the overview. So like kind of said, sometimes I personally, I take my grades very serious, like very, very serious. Because football, just like that, it can be over with.
That's right.
And like I know I have to have a plan B. But I started that mindset, just like in the classroom, that whatever I put my mind to, I know I can get it done. I'm the type of people, like if I put my mind to something, I know I'm gonna get it done. It's not a thought. It's not like a goal. I know I'm gonna get it done.
Speaking it into existence, baby. I like it.
That's right. So okay. So you guys kind of showed me the ability to bounce back, right? You saying that, if we get behind, no matter what, our mind is what's going to take us out of it. And I think a lot of athletes forget that, as you guys learn how to play, you learn how to live. It's a parallel. Football is a great teacher for life. That's why I love the game so much. Now, adversity also strikes in the form of injuries, right? So I'm sure some of us have seen a little bit of that, maybe major, maybe minor. But can you guys let the audience know how you guys have dealt with dealing with some of those injuries, or maybe if you have not dealt with those injuries, how you prevented yourself from having to be in those situations?
I had surgery on both of my feet. Doctors told me if this surgery don't go well, you might not be able to play sports anymore. I had 4 surgeries. I had my first surgery when I was 8. I had my last surgery a couple months ago. They took screws out of my feet because I have fat feet, and they told me you gotta calm down with your sports. You can't go too serious with what you're doing. And I told them I can't do that. I love the sport that I do, and I'm trying to go to college for the sport. But I thought about I have a plan B, but I still want to push through and try to get my D1 or go to college with the sport.
Absolutely. So you ended up pushing through that, and now we still playing, doing what you got to do. I like that.
Well, last year I was hurt during the beginning of Shoemaker game, and I was out for 3 games. But as an athlete, you gotta have trust. And one thing about Killeen, we a family. Yeah. As much as we go back and forth, we all know at the end of the day we got each other's backs. It's like blood for real.
Yeah.
And then, so as an athlete, you gotta know if you get injured, you can't have that mindset I let my team down. It's over with. You gotta have. I have full trust in my team.
Yeah.
I got hurt. I went to the sideline. Doc told me I went out. Don't get me wrong. I was trying to go back in because he said there was a little chance I could go back in. So I was trying my hardest. Then couldn't run on the sidelines. I was out for 3 games, and all 3 games I was right there on the sideline, helping coach, asking him what I can do to help. I was helping calling in plays.
Yes, sir.
You just gotta be that team player and just have full trust. These 3, the whole team, they know. I trust them 100%.
We trust them 100% too.
And that's the cool thing about these kids. They're so aware of what's going on and unselfish that there are times where the offensive ones might hang back and teach and help coach. Because if you can teach it, you can do it. And the defense, same way. They're not taking it as it is my show and let me show out. And they do when they can. Don't get me wrong. They do when they can. But they're not taking it as selfish. They're making sure the guy behind them is just as secure with the game plan as they are.
Right. Absolutely. That's nice. So I know that fires y'all up hearing y'all quarterback speak like that too.
Yeah, for sure.
That's gotta fire y'all. This y'all leadership.
That's home for everybody.
Yes, indeed. That's amazing. So I kind of wanna get into this as well, guys. So then talking about the multi-sports participation, right? So do you guys play other sports? If you guys play other sports, can you let us know what you guys are playing?
We encourage that.
Yeah.
They ain't just looking for you here. You might catch their eye over here, there, or anywhere else, and we support every sport that's at Killeen High School.
Right.
We're Roos through and through. I think so.
Yeah, that's beautiful because it's important, Coach, because I was looking at some stats before I came. I wrote this book, so this book it's a success manual for student athletes.
Yes, sir.
Helping them get into college, be able to cover their eligibility requirements.
That's awesome. Prepare
them, right? So there's a stat that says 71% of all Division I football players played multiple sports.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So being able to kind of get yourself exposed to other sports and get you guys more ready, make you a more complete athlete. So speaking to that, what's some other sports you guys have done or are doing?
We're gonna have to start on this side and come around.
They all do. Let's start on this side.
I play baseball and I run track.
Okay.
I run the 100, 200 track, and I play center field in baseball.
You might want to tell them about this year. He goes out and makes was it regionals, makes
Area.
area, and then gets changed, runs over, crosses the parking lot, and then
Right.
gets batter up for baseball in a baseball varsity game.
Shout out to you.
That was great. That was so impressive.
Yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to you.
Roger.
I'm starting shortstop at Killeen for baseball.
Okay.
And then, well, good thing about playing multiple sports for me is that baseball is so high tempo that I learned to just like everything in my mind just like slows it down. Yeah, it helps me like slow everything down, helps me concentrate. And since baseball is just so fast, it helps me translate. So when I get to the football field, I just slow everything down.
Right.
Because don't get me wrong, it's fast once the snap comes, but
Becomes second nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like I'm already used to it. I'm not like pressure not a thing.
Yeah.
So I'm locked in at all times.
Okay. I like that. Man, you fellas?
I play powerlifting and track.
Okay.
Next year, it's my last year, so I'm gonna try to do everything.
Yeah. What are your lifts and powerlifting?
My lifts.
Yeah, like what
Your maxes.
Your maxes,
What are you at right now?
I'm on squat like 500, and then my bench 325.
Shout out to you.
And that's
And then my
without.
deadlift like 600.
Okay, y'all hear that? Y'all hear that now? This boy out here moving weight now. He ain't no scrub.
And that's without the bench shirts and the ties
Yeah,
and all
yeah.
that. He is a specimen in that weight room.
Okay,
Yes,
okay.
sir.
I like that.
I did powerlifting, but I had surgery on my sport.
Mm-hmm.
I did track. So
Did
I
track
ran it 200 to 400.
200 to 400.
The man making 400. Yes,
Yeah, that's
sir.
exactly what that is. That's exactly what that is, man. It's funny. My daughter started running track recently too, and she found out about that 400. And she's like, "Daddy, I don't want to do track no more.
Oh,
I
man.
still gonna do it."
I saw people doing that, and I said, "You got to go all the way around." Don't count me out at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People think it's not a sprint. That's a sprint. It's a dead sprint.
Yes, it is.
Man, that's serious. But man, so shout out to you guys with that. So then, like, I guess I want to speak to something else. Coach, you can add it to this as well. The mindset behind the importance of leadership, right? How do you guys see leadership individually? Like, what does leadership look like to you? And maybe what kind of leadership are you looking for from your athletes in regards to what we want in Killeen High School right now? What is leadership to you? Like it's different for everybody, right? Because some people they'll give you like a blanket answer, but individually, how you can be a leader depending on what your role is, because everybody's role is different. So what does that look like to you guys, and what kind of leadership are you incorporating?
For some people, leadership comes natural,
Right.
and for others, it don't. But at the same time, it can come naturally, and you might not be as great as you could be if, let's say, somebody is like a hype man. Like a hype man.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that a great leader should have. Like me, I'm hyping defense up when I make a good play.
Right.
That's Barnwell. I be
Yeah.
Yeah.
I be putting the moves on him. He still hit me. I'm picking him up, saying good tackle.
Right.
And then on offense, I'm very much the same way. K make a great run. Like the other day in practice, he took one for like 40 yards. I was running right down next to him.
That's right.
Right there with him.
That's right.
And then just like being a great leader is meaning like your team knows you have your back. Like it's not something like they got a question about you, or like you gotta have it's not like you have to have a reason to be a leader in that moment. A leader,
There can be no debate.
Yeah.
No debate.
No debate.
At all times, you ready for that moment.
I like
Are you ready to step up and be that person for somebody?
And we want to preach family. And part of being a family is knowing you have a seat at the table with your family.
Right.
So we take that word seat and we look at it real carefully when we're looking at who is sitting in front of us with our family. And to us, it stands for somebody that's scholarly, that gives that extra effort in the film room, that gives that extra effort in the playbook, and somebody that on the field and off the field has the right effort. If they have the right effort, then we can kind of shape it. But most importantly, the attitude has to be there as well. You can have the other two and be wrong on your attitude, and ain't nobody going to listen to you.
Yep. It's a watch.
And then at the very end, to finish off, the seat that we'll be trying to give to those leaders is the toughness. And with these boys that we have in front of us, and there's a few more special ones,
Right.
that they all have seats at our table because they represent everything we just said. And when you got guys like that, it's hard to fall in the cracks where we're at.
Right.
And that's what, win, lose, or draw, we're trying to motivate men into leaders, whether they're in this college, that college, they're in this job, professional, doctor, lawyer, whatever it might be, professional football player, whatever it is. If you're a leader, you'll be successful, and you'll always have a seat at our table with our family. And that's the kind of the family atmosphere we try to push it clean.
All right. I like that. And then, fellas, y'all got anything y'all want to speak to in regards to what that looks like for you guys?
Me personally, I think that's why the other day at practice, I was running with the ones, and his other running back we have, Malik, he was running with the twos, and he got pulled out for doing something wrong. I think it's for his steps on the play. So I went over to him, helped him, just showing him, not just telling him what to do, but also showing him. And I think he really appreciated it, and he went back in and did it right, just running all over the defense.
Man, that's your competition.
Yeah.
And that's what shows leadership. Is the
It's
fact that
also my brother, too. I want him to strive.
Exactly. That's it. I want y'all to know that that's what we're talking about with leadership too. I want to speak to that. Shout out to you, because so many athletes are afraid to help a guy that's in the same position as them on their team. It's like, but if you're a real light, you're gonna shine anyway. You help your brother out. You bring him along.
Shine together.
You shine together because our light is brighter together, right? It's beautiful. I love that.
And that thing is, let's say first group come in and have a successful drive.
Right.
We go to the sideline, taking our breathers. That's supposed to be our time, getting ready for the next drive and stuff.
Right.
But what we do, we get back on the sideline. Individuals go help their other positions, but then well, everybody's on the sideline. And the other day at practice, our was 13. I think our third team. Third team had a fantastic play. This freshman about to be a sophomore, Timothy. He's something special. He's something special.
Nice.
He's something special. And you got this other kid.
Cleared our sidelines when he made that play, huh?
Whenever Timothy caught it. Great, beautiful catch, beautiful ball by the quarterback. And all of the ones, even some of the people that are like don't even get playing time, but everybody know that we should be there for each other. I tell you, he caught that. It's a long run. I'm talking like 70 yards.
Yeah.
Everybody full sprint. You would think he was running suicide.
And I love how you just put that too, man. I love how, even whoever that don't, everybody's important on our team. Whether you get playing time or not, it takes each and every one of those kids that we have to get us to where we're going. I got guys that I still call from a state championship team when I was at Killeen High School. I was lucky enough to be with fellas that were unselfish like these guys. And, I let every now and again, I see my kids running around the house playing with my ring.
Right.
But at the same time, the guys that he just said that might not ever see the field, but are out there because they love it and want to see these guys shine and share that light that we were talking about.
Right.
That's what it's all about for these guys.
Right.
And it gels us, pulls us together so close. It's almost hard to describe.
That's awesome. That means we're going in the right direction.
Yes, sir. The ships are pointed there. We're just trying to hoist the sails right now.
That's right. Okay, so boom. So I kind of got the culture aspect of it. I think we're going in the right direction. I'm excited to see what you guys end up doing this year. Sure.
Yes, sir. We are.
But then, so talking about you guys individually in regards to recruiting real quick, right? The eligibility center. Have you guys gotten into the eligibility center? Have you gotten NCAA IDs? Does anybody you have done that? Can we do this every episode? Just kind of let student athletes know kind of what that is and how that process goes. So could you clear us up with that right there?
Basically, it's kind of like a resume. Basically, you give your number out to like the coaches. They're gonna look at your highlights, your class, your grades, what you do like out of class and out of sports, things like that.
Right. So and then you other guys, have you guys got into the NCAA eligibility center? Not yet.
We plan on getting them all in there and making sure that they've got the clearinghouse, got the eligibility, and they're all good to go. We really preach and press on them to take their tests.
Yes.
Those scores are massively important.
Yes.
And we want, when a college coach comes in, and we tell them every time, that's the first thing they're asking for is scores and grades. Yes, and then everything after that is, there's a reason they're there.
Yes,
and that's what the first thing they're asking. So we really press it in, and they do a good job of signing up, getting to where they need to be, and taking those tests.
Right. And I was gonna ask y'all that next about the test. So we're getting into the ACTs, SATs, doing prep and things like that, because you guys know, without having the bases covered, it's gonna be hard to get in because they're gonna come. They'll come find you if you can play.
Yes.
But you have to have your stuff taken care of in regards to the GPAs and SATs, ACTs, things like that. So shout out to you, Coach, for being able to get on top of that. And
Yes, sir.
real quick, man, we didn't really properly introduce you, Coach. So, Coach, could you let the city of Killeen know exactly who you are and kind of where you've been a little bit?
Yes, sir. I'm Coach R.L. Roberts. I played at Kilgore High School. I'm from Far East Texas, Louisiana, close to that area. All my family's from New Orleans. But I played at Kilgore High School, graduated in the top of my class, did well there. I was an all-state tackle, an all-state guard, and an all-state center, and an All-American, and got to go to Louisiana Tech. When I went to Louisiana Tech, it was the closest school to my home. I thought it was just East Texas. I thought it was further East Texas,
Right.
far East. But had a great time playing there. Got to play after that. Got some opportunities to extend myself professionally, and then took another professional route into coaching at Longview High School. Then I decided to move around, become an OC. Had a lot of success at many different schools, but it was success that young men already had in them.
Right.
Had some great things at Monterey High School. I was with a good group of coaches, very successful. Former state championship coach, Wayne Hutchinson, and we put together some things that in 10 games, we had around 6,000 yards. And the year when we won a state championship in high school, we only had 6,216 games.
Right.
So seeing that, Coach Cersei was able to bring me in and let us get rolling on this. And it's kind of been a good deal to where the kids are receptive to what I've done in the past and what I can do for them. Nothing what we're doing offensively is going to be cookie cutter. If they can repeat it in practice, hats off to them. But we find what the kids can do and what they can do well. And that's what we run.
Nice.
Yes, sir.
I like that, Coach. I like that. And it sounds like you guys got a great coach here, helping y'all out, getting y'all where y'all want to go. So, I really want to close with this. You guys being guys and like you in the middle of it, man. You guys are in the middle of that journey. What would be something you guys want to leave with the city in regards to what we can expect from Killeen High moving forward, in 2022? What can we expect to see from this football team?
You're gonna expect some real physical football.
There you go.
Some real physical football.
Okay, real physical.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you, you're going to see some positive things happen. And that's our number one word, a positive family atmosphere. And when you see these kids, whether it's Cade running it in for a touchdown or Barnwell knocking somebody's head off, a big catch by Connor in the end zone, if we get everybody out of his way, he has one the other day, all right, whatever it might be, you're going to see a family atmosphere of positivity. And if we can't enjoy that and bring some lighthearted, great football and focused young men to this community, I think we're all feeling it. And I think you brought it up earlier with the documentary coming out. This is a football town.
Oh, yeah.
And we plan on meeting that call that we feel like the community is begging for again.
Yes. I like hearing that. And then, fellas, you got anything else y'all want to say?
W's.
There you go.
You're gonna win.
And running that light's gonna get moved.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, so we wish you guys the best moving into the future here coming for you guys. We know it's gonna be great. Appreciate you guys coming and sitting down. This was the Killeen High School football team. I am Mr. Coach K.Sloan, and you guys be back next week. Knock a drink out my hand.